Today I was greeted with this gem. It's you can see the impact point. It's hard for me to focus on it, but there's an impact point there that went to the side of the glass, and it's been slowly making its way across. I had a small chip out here in the, you can kind of see it right there. It's bad on the focus there. And that really hasn't gone anywhere in the last few months, but unfortunately when I was going to work yesterday, rock got kicked up, hit the windshield. Didn't see anything at first, and then I had a little, maybe 3 inch crack. By the time I got out of work, it was now what you see there. It hasn't really gotten any worse today, but I went over to Safe Lite to get a new windshield, and you know, it queued up, ready to rock and roll. Got there. Turns out they did not have the windshield. They got the wrong windshield. I guess they got the one for HUD, you know, the heads-up display, and I guess lane departure or something like that. So didn't want to keep driving on, especially today is unbelievably cold out here. So I'll let you know how things are going. Hopefully I'll have the windshield replaced tomorrow. But I think this thing has taken a lot of abuse. Unfortunately, it just took one too many. So let's we'll stay tuned. I'll let you know how things turn out tomorrow. 2 days later. All right, guys, welcome back. And work is done. I can tell you it was one of the weirdest experiences that I've ever had working with this. Maybe it's a sign of the times. I can tell you that the cost to replace it on your own, just because of how my deductible works out, I don't have like free windshield replacement, but cost to remove and replace windshield for a Elevation Sierra 2021 that does not have lane departure and does not have a heads-up display is, but I have the humidity sensor, $426 and some change with tax and all that crap. So not terrible, not good either. Kind of bummed out that I wasn't able to get any type of coverage on it. Unfortunately, it started as a little guy and then ended up going straight across the windshield. But so you can see they did. I mean, they really did a very nice job. And I'm not going to tell you the one I went to, it did it, because of course there's always, with every good, there's unfortunately always maybe a little bit of bad, and it's not the end of the world. It was just a little bit of a frustrating experience, more for just bad communication. It's a little weird how Safe Lite does their online portal. Even when I was trying to do the original registration on Monday, you had to go through an online thing that wouldn't actually put you to a human. It was like a bot that then swung you over to some nebulous individual who is not potentially even in the state. And then, you know, it was about an hour of back and forth on the phone and texting. So I'd had to pull over coming home from Maryland to text this person because it was a lengthy conversation explaining what was going on. But then eventually I was like, oh yeah, I'll connect you to the place. I was like, yeah, but it's after the time they closed, and they did it twice and it hung up on me. So I gave up. I'm like, all right, we'll finish it up Tuesday morning. So I go over there, and I'm scheduled, good to go, 8:30 appointment, get there. We start getting checked in and everything. Then they realize they don't have the windshield. So it's like, well, you know, what happened? Like, it's, you know, if you're registering for that, you know, to get a windshield replaced, you would assume that if they accept you for the time that they have you, you would actually, you know, they'd be ready to go. So, okay, not a big deal. What time you think you guys can get me out of here? They're like, oh, well, not till tomorrow. So now it's Tuesday, and they're like, can't do it until tomorrow because they only get windshields once a day. Like, oh, bummer. Okay. So, leave, come back. I can't drive down to Maryland at this point, because now it's gotten, from when I originally showed you, it's now halfway across the windshield now, so it's getting pretty bad. So I'm like, all right, fine. You know, I'll figure out how to work from home as best I can. It's not ideal, but like we'll get it going. Not a big deal. Wednesday comes around, I drop it off. We're good to go. Hour and a half to get it done, which I was shocked because the website said, you know, make sure you plan for a minimum of 4 hours. Okay, great. You know, I try to not have to ask my parents to like drive me places I need to. But you know, have my dad pick me up, bring me back, no problem. We'll figure we'll just go. We'll give him an extra few hours, like, you know, give him like three hours or so. Or plan for the 4 hours instead of the hour and a half, because it just, you know, things happen. You know, 1, 2 o'clock rolls around. I haven't heard anything, so I'm like, well, wait a minute. So I don't have a number to call the place directly, which is frustrating. So I go back online for the bot thing. You know, it takes about 10-15 minutes, not a big deal. And I get connected to somebody who's messaging me that's supposed to be from the location. They message me back and say, oh no, they haven't, you know, they're still working on it. I'm like, okay, all right, you know, okay, we'll wait. And after about 3-4 o'clock, it was about 3 o'clock, I'm like, all right, this is getting ridiculous. I haven't heard anything from these guys yet for something that's supposed to be. I got laughed at when I told the person, well, it says 4 hours on website. No, it'll only take an hour and a half. So I end up driving back there at 4 o'clock, and as we are pulling into the parking lot, it updates to saying complete. And I was like, oh, okay, great. The online kiosks thing. So, and some folks will be like, well, why didn't you just have them come to your house? They were apparently booked out. And I believe this because when we pulled in to drop the truck off, there was probably 10 or 15 Safe Lite vans in the parking lot ready to be dispatched and stuff. So I can't fault them on that. If you don't have availability to go do something, you can't do it. So I couldn't wait till today to get the windshield done because I got to be down in Maryland to work. And so ultimately what ended up happening is we got it done. Took a few more days than expected, but the communication was not very good. I think that's really just a sign of the times of people being overwhelmed. But like I previously mentioned, overall cost was $426 for it. Not terrible, not great, but if you have a $500 deductible and no windshield replacement, expect to pay about $426 for something like this that doesn't, you know, like I said, like it doesn't have lane departure, doesn't have HUD, the heads-up display, but it does have, like, you know, the humidity sensor. So, yeah, guys, it was a weird experience. It took way longer than I was told it was going to take, but it's in. It looks great. They really did a very nice job of the install, so I really can't complain too much. But just be aware with what, you know, the times that we're in right now and the insanity of you know, present day and having workforce. These guys are understaffed just like everyone else. So I would plan for a little bit extra time than I did because I made a mistake. I figured I would just go by the stock, you know, times that they said that it would take, and it bit me in the rear. But yep, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. If you haven't, just subscribe, please subscribe, and we will catch you hopefully again this weekend. I actually, hopefully, if the weather holds out, we're supposed to get some type of storm, but we'll have maybe some SS content this weekend. So take care, guys, and we'll see you next time.